Hi, my name is Philip Doe, and today I am going to be reviewing the magazine People. People's intended audience is mainly women. 70% of the readers are women, usually between the ages of 16 and 45. Let's dive right in. I think, I have 5 articles pulled up with all different advertisements of sociological concepts. So, right here with this first article right here. Now, the online magazine correlates with their most recent issue too, so all of the advertisements are the same that would be in the magazine. So with this one right here, it's talking about Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas being married, and of course, in the advertisements they have, or in the magazine they have advertisements for wedding rings. So the thing that sticks out to me the most, I'm a photographer by profession, and what I see right off the bat is right here in this picture, the ring that is highlighted. Everything else is blurred. So that means a lower aperture. That means that is in the forefront. That is what catches people's attention. It's shiny. It's a decent sized diamond. So that is something that, of course, attracts the reader immediately. And the same thing down here. That is a small advertisement right here with just her ring. And the shinier the better. Also, the title, real is rare, real is a diamond. Of course, more people want to be unique nowadays and want to have the best thing. So anytime that something is rare, including a diamond, people want to have their hands on it. So what does that relate to, all in all, in sociological concepts? The first thing I'm talking about is status. So of course, in the United States culture, especially, people with bigger rings usually are associated with wealth. They're usually associated with high standards, high class, people having lots of money. So the bigger your ring, the more you're seen as an influencer, I would say, in whatever way. So, of course, this ties in very smart how they did this, of course, in that magazine and online, pairing this kind of status symbol with celebrity status as well. So, very smart with that advertisement there. Moving on to the next advertisement right here, we have a picture or an advertisement for a Greek god program. Seems like to be some workout regimen. And so, of course, the first thing that sticks out to me is guy with a nice chiseled physique. They have the girl right up here in the top left, just looking down at him in adoration. Um, the first thing that pops up really to my mind when it comes to the sociological concept is the idea of value and influence. So, of course, what do people value most nowadays? And you see it all the time. People wanting to be on fitness regimens, trying to get healthy. The fitness industry is a huge now, booming over $1 billion a year. And so this girl seems to be just valuing this guy mainly for the physique, and that's, I mean, I'm guaranteed most people just don't pose shirtless like that just for the kick of it. So she's definitely admiring his body. Um, and of course, what else comes with that? Influence is another sociological concept that I want to talk about. With influence, people with people who are quote unquote prettier usually get more attention for being pretty or looking a certain way. So when you look a certain way, then you're given deals. So for example, people on Instagram, they're called influencers. So those are people who look good, who have the great bodies, the great smile. Those people are given advertisement deals for companies to try to get their products out, and all kinds of ways to engage people of who want to look like that or who want to emulate that style. So that is definitely very noticeable right here in this ad. Moving on to the next one right here, um, we have an ad right here. It looks like for some chewing tobacco. Um, right off the bat, what catches my eye is the colorfulness. It has seems like it says explore our entire lineup. It's multicolored, so there seems to be a taste for everybody. And this goes to the sociological concept of resocialization. So the definition of that is process of replacing previously learned norms and values with new ones as a part of the transition in life. So, of course, earlier in the U.S. history, a lot of people were smoking, particularly between the 60s and 80s. Lots of cigarette smoking was huge. Tobacco chewing is huge. But now, as lots of companies have, you know, talked against it with the risk of cancer and all the negative side effects that can happen. Right below this advertisement is a warning right here. This product can cause mouth cancer. So they paired this with the with the chewing tobacco to try to educate people. So to try to transition them, saying, of course you can chew it, that's fine if you're longer of age, but this is the health risk. So that's by doing that, they're trying to phase it out essentially, but still keeping their profit. I guess some of these companies are doing, saving their own hind ends for that. But very, very colorful. Still, right off the bat, catches your eye. It makes it says explore, so of course, anytime exploration is involved, people want to see what's up with the uniqueness of it. Moving on to the fourth, the fourth advertisement right here. It seemed to disappear on me, but it's okay. So I'll just kind of describe the picture. Ah, it's okay. I'll describe the picture. So it was actually a very basic picture. It was just of two women embracing each other. It seemed, and of course the tagline was love is love." So that was a very pretty picture. It was just those two women together, um, and that was definitely. And what I caught from that was the idea of social influence. And so social influence is the influence of one's fellow group members on an individual's attitude and behavior. So, of course, same-sex marriage, homosexuality, stuff like that has been a huge taboo topic, especially in U.S. politics and what we need to do with that. And since for a while now, they seem to be integrating that in all mainstream media. Um, so that's becoming more and more widely accepted. And so I wouldn't necessarily say it's pure pressure, but it's definitely influence to get people to accept it as their normal. And it disappeared on me again, but as their normal. Um, when it's accepted as a normal, then of course general acceptance comes along with that. And of course, people can identify with whatever they feel like as long as they can feel like they're accepted within their niche, if that makes sense. So those are definitely social influence and identification go along with that particular advertisement. Moving on to the final advertisement here, right at the top. Sorry, my computer's being a little slow. Forgive me. I'm still trying to work. My computer's mad at me. It doesn't want to load. There we go. Hopefully that same ad is still there. Keep scrolling to the bottom here. Okay. So for the last one is, and it did disappear on me too. But that's okay. We'll still use another. I'll kind of describe this one as well. Right here was an ad for World Aid Relief, and it was a picture of a young African boy drinking from a cup just by himself, of course, looking very disheveled, kind of disturbed or whatever, very obviously impoverished. So that to me stuck out as an idea of stereotype, and stereotype is, of course, the definition of stereotype is an overgeneralized belief about a particular category of people. So I definitely personally relate to this. My father is from Africa, and of course, and a lot of ideas of what Africa is like is very sickly, and people are poor and living in huts or whatever. Of course, that is obviously not the case. I mean, that is, of course, available in every, and of course, a part of every culture, but mainly Africa. There are definitely parts of Africa that have developed, that have health care, that have big cities, rich folk, poor people, the same as the United States. But of course, there might just be a little bit more poverty in some areas of Africa. So that was just a generalization of stereotype, and they did that very well with trying to where it placed within the article. I'm trying to, I guess, also tug on the heartstrings as well and make you feel bad. But then it makes you think, why didn't, of course, poverty, it can be seen in any sense or any person. So with the sense of poverty and or AIDS or sickness, why is it that the default is people from Africa or people of color as opposed to the people, um, other cultures such as maybe Italians or Irish people, or I don't know, in any kind of I guess Caucasian viewing of or any Caucasian people. So usually the default is people of color, which is of course we have that they have that problem as well, but of course everybody diseases are not always limited just to one. So that is my presentation analyzing the mass media. Again, that is from People Magazine. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.